It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Believe it. I missed everything.
Miss the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
Hey, if you've got a daughter who's a Girl Scout, should you be taking her door to door, or is it just okay to leave something in your break room or even put it online when you're trying to sell cookies? Like, what's the real route they should be taking? We dug into that during our Thursday live show. You got to hear it coming up in a couple seconds in the podcast.
What is something that you and your wife like to do together? Like, truly, both of you are excited to do it when you do it.
I'm just trying to think of this because it's a little bit tough because for the last 20-some years, all we've been doing is chasing kids around. You know what I mean?
So this is going to be an interesting time for you both.
Very much, especially because we both enjoy baseball games. We do, like going to see any kind of baseball outside, whether it's from high school or collegiately or amateur or professional stuff. We really enjoy that time. She has come to adapt that in my lifestyle. Like when we got together, she knew that was going to be the dominating force in my life because that's like my true passion. So she enjoys the sunshine. She enjoys having a cold beer, a hot dog, or a pretzel or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think she genuinely enjoys just like seeing how engaged I am. She hates when I'm like, hey, it's 3-1. What kind of pitch do you think he's going to get here?
Yeah.
She hates that. And that's what I miss most about not having my dad around is we could go to a baseball game and we could talk about every pitch and every little thing. And that was cool. And she tries, but I can tell she gets disturbed when I'm like, oh, look where that outfielder's standing. He's going to get burned. And she just wants to sit there in the sunshine.
That she's there.
She's
so
tolerant about that.
Poke the bear.
And for me, what we enjoy together that she really likes is probably just like, you know what she really does like is going to little itty bitty town bars for one drink and then looking at the locals.
Yeah.
Like she loves the people watching. And then sometimes we'll just make up stories about people. We'll be like, what do you think is that guy at the end of the bar? What do you think his story is? And maybe, or he's waiting on a wife or whatever the deal is.
Yeah.
But we make up these little stories in our heads about the people that we see that are townies.
Yeah, that's cute.
I really like doing that.
Derek and I love to explore like really nice places to eat. Like he's a foodie. He likes to menu peep too. So he'll like sit there and all week he'll change his mind a ton of times. But I like to go and,
Will you plan out several months ahead because that place is so expensive?
Sometimes, but I can't think of the last time we had to go several months out.
You told me about Fogo de Chao for several months before you went there.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I?
It was
really?
a long stretched out process about how you guys were mentally and physically preparing for a meal.
I know. But I heard this audio and this Finnish couple was the winner of the UK's annual wife carrying contest.
I love this. Have you watched this?
I did watch it this morning. Go ahead and play it.
Well done, lad.
Well done, lad. But they both love doing it. Of course she does because she just gets carried the whole time. But he loves just walking across the finish line. They have to go over hills, hay bales. They have to like go through water hazards. Like
physically demanding.
This is crazy. So you really have to depend on your wife to diet and make sure that she's like lighter than she was before the race. But they truly like doing that together. I'm like, that would not be something that we enjoy.
Some of the couples that I know really enjoy like just vacationing together, just those two. And I do enjoy that with my wife as well. But I find it a lot more fun when you can bring some other couples or like when we do our Party Plane to Paradise, just because there's that social aspect where you really separate your time out a little bit and stuff like that. She also really, really enjoys just the dog.
So you're not even a factor.
I 6.5 years ago became the second husband.
Okay.
And
you're
the dog,
in a throuple.
We're in a throuple with a female golden doodle. Yes,
Okay.
yes. And that happened real quick.
Dina and her husband love to go watch drag racing. So you honestly can say both of you like to do that. I think that's great.
The drag racing, the demolition derby, the county fairs kind of stuff where you get that kind of, there's a ton of people that do. Or, I was talking to the other day, they had a cabin home on a little lake and they got an RV. And they love doing that on the weekends. Their kids are in college, and during the summer, they've already got it all planned out. And they were telling me about which state parks they were going to hit and which places. And then they're going to end the summer by driving to Colorado and camping on the river.
That's really cool.
And my wife and our kids and I, we did that one year where we literally backed up to the Colorado River, I think it was that one, and just camped. And it was cool. Now, if you're going to go like straight up camping with a tent and a fire and stuff like that,
Barf.
like you're a better person than I am. But when you got a cool RV and you got some power and, stuff like that, and you got a bed to sleep in. Yeah, right. Toilet.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got their whole summer planned out. Every other weekend, they're making a trip with their brand new RV. They've got it all planned out already. And she said they already started going to like Sam's Club and Walmart and stuff like that and stocking up on everything. And she's like, the joy in my husband's eyes when I see him walk out to the RV with a box of stuff.
That's cute.
And then I can walk out there and he's already got it all stowed away and tucked away with bungee straps and everything like that. And just to know that your entire summer, every week or every weekend or every other, like you've got a place to go that's new and cool and an experience.
Yeah.
I think if you find somebody that you can gut to do that with, that's probably your person.
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo.
Bingo!
Bingo what bingo? Bingo! Bingo!
Listener bingo works this way. We're on the hunt for anyone listening who
has a truly talented child. This mom just beaming with pride when her daughter decided to pen some, in her words, bangers.
I thought I was going to be poor when I was a child, but I came back to it. I stepped out rich. I became a little poor, but that's okay. I was just myself.
Story of our lives. But she's like, my daughter is so talented. Just took to the new guitar from Five Below and wrote those songs.
It's amazing when it's your kid. They are so talented. When it's someone else's kid, you're like, what a knucklehead.
I try to be happy for everyone's kid if they do a great job.
I'm a realist.
Okay.
I think it honestly is from coaching a lot of my friends' kids. And they're like, he's so good. And I'm like, you better get him an education.
Yeah.
I'm looking for anyone listening who just never goes by their first name. It's on your birth certificate, but nobody really knows that. Good morning, Kristen. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Great. Which one do you fit?
I definitely go by my nickname.
Which is?
And my nickname is Pinky.
Oh, Pinky Tuscadero.
Gotta be a story here, Kristen. Why is it that?
In the brain.
Oh, okay.
Is that what it's from?
We moved around a lot. When I was younger and we left Minnesota, went to California. I got to California, and in true West Coast fashion, they kind of started picking on me, and instead of turning away from it, I leaned into it. So I've been Pinky since I was 12.
So if you go to the local saloon right now or wherever, nobody knows that your name is Kristen. They just all call you Pinky?
Unless they are related to me. That is correct.
Oh, do you
all the
have
way
it
down to
on
bosses and coworkers?
Do you have it on clothing? Is it on a jacket at all?
No, I have work shirts with my nickname on it.
Oh, okay.
So hold on, you got a work shirt that doesn't have your actual name on it. It's just got your nickname.
Correct. Yeah, more people know me by my nickname than they know me by my first name.
I
That's
love
really
that.
sweet.
So from now on, when you call the show, don't even bother with Kristen. Just say, hey, it's Pinky, and we'll know who you are, okay?
Deal.
You're the best. Have a great morning. I appreciate it. I got time for one more real quick. Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Great. Which one do you fit?
I have a talented kid.
Okay, how talented? We'll judge.
I don't know how talented you could say. He knows how to drive drift sim online, and he goes up against adults and beats them.
So this is when your car hits the corner and it slides a whole bunch. That's the drift, right?
Yeah, but you can go against multiple people at the same time, like tandem drifting.
So is this something he wants to do in real life? Be a drifter?
Yes, because my husband does it.
Okay, that's cool.
He learned from dad. And are you trying to encourage this career, or is this not viable?
It is viable because there is a 14-year-old on Formula Drift right now. Like a 14-year-old that does Formula Drift.
Right, and makes a living, like can support himself and is going to like have funds for the future?
You can make a lot of money. I don't know if he supports himself because he's a teenager.
Right.
I think his parents do it for him.
Okay, and he's 14 doing this, and so this is like if this continues to be...
Oh, my son is 6. My son is 6 and does this online, but there is a 14-year-old that does it.
Right, okay, so like if your son is still really, really good at this at 14, will this be something where you're like, nope, no college is needed, we're just going to keep doing this?
I would never say bet on one thing, put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
Sure. Is your 6-year-old able to make money off this yet? Like, do people watch him on Twitch and stuff?
I don't have him on social media because I don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, he's 6.
Right.
That's a good idea.
I get it. And so at one point, I mean, within 10 years here, Dad's going to take him out in his car and show him really how to do it. And you think he's just going to grip it, huh?
Yes. Yeah, because there are people that go from drift sim to drifting in real life, and they can do it pretty good.
Is this an expensive thing? You said your husband does it. Does he spend a lot of money drifting?
Yes.
Okay. I can hear the
I'm
yes.
sure with repairs and stuff.
So. He doesn't say so,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I got you. All right. Well, and what's your son's name? Since he's 6 and so talented, we got to at least know his name.
Mason.
All right. Tell Mason we said hi and keep after her. Thanks for calling the show. Hope you have a good day.
Let's go.
Rachel, you're first through. Good morning. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thanks for calling. So this is about love. And why have you been single for so long, by the way?
I've just been really intentional about working on myself, but I turned 30 in May, and I'm just wondering what's going on?
So,
what do I need to do?
All right. Kim, is she going to find love anytime soon here?
Right away, I seen 34, and I seen a wedding dress, and I seen a wedding ring.
Oh, okay.
So by 34, you will definitely have your marriage type. Either you're getting married in 34, or you will have that person by the age of 34.
Rachel, is that daunting?
34 is the big.
Okay. Do you have recommendations on how I meet this person? I just think the answer everyone wants, right?
Yeah, where am I going to find him?
So it's going to be a couple years, just honestly, because all of a sudden they're like, well, probably not going to happen until she's about 31, 32, somewhere in there. I see you dancing, having fun dancing, just not caring, but yet woe is me type energy in the background because I see you watching everybody else dance with partners. And it just feels like somebody comes in from the side and swoops you off your feet, somebody that you would not have expected at all. I don't know if you're actually at a dance place, but I look you're watching other people and you're just how are they having this? And they're having kids and they're doing all this fun stuff. And there's going to be somebody completely unexpected comes in and swoops you off your feet. You're not supposed to go look for them at all. It's literally just going to happen. And you're like, well, where have you been? And he's like, where have you been? So it's literally a timing type issue.
Rachel,
sounds like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, Rachel, other than listening to our show, what's your finest quality?
What is my what?
Your finest quality. What's the best part about you?
Oh, God. I feel like I just have a really positive outlook on life.
That's
and
good.
I'm the glass half full person. So,
That sounds exhausting.
And that's where, don't let the woe is me happen for too long because that's really unattractive. Be your positive self.
But you really only got to wait 4 years.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You're good.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks,
Love
Rachel.
Love that for me.
Have a great morning. We appreciate you checking in. That's got to be tough because you know what she wanted to hear was by December she's going to be married.
Yeah.
But
you spit the facts, and that's why we love you.
And that is something you should be aware of. If you call to talk to Psychic Kim, she's not just going to gloss this over and tell you what you want to hear. She's going to tell you what she actually sees. Good morning, Chelsea. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So your sister passed away 7 months ago. Is that accurate? And I'm sorry, by the way.
Yes, that is accurate.
So you're kind of hoping to connect with her, or what do you want to know with Psychic Kim here this morning?
Yeah, so I'm having a really hard time with her passing. Me and my sister were really, really close. And since her passing, I've been trying to look for signs that she's with me, letting me know, everything's okay. But I'm not feeling her. And I just am wondering, is she around me?
Kim?
Oh, okay. I started talking about her. Thankfully, I didn't feel her right away, which sometimes that can be a little overwhelming for me. But what I was seeing was little bunnies everywhere. I felt like I was hopping around like a little bunny, and I was trying to look at you, and you're just oblivious. You're driving right by me, and I'm like, hey, I'm right here. So she's coming across as bunnies, and I feel like hopping, even anything that's like hopping energy, that's kind of what I hear. I'm hopping around, like she's hopping from place to place to place. She's not staying in one particular person or one particular place. She said something about bladder. I'm not quite for sure if it's about her or you. And then all of a sudden I heard, Mom, is your mom still here?
Yeah, my mom's still here.
Okay, she's got something going on in her bladder. Ask her what's going on, if she's having some issues there. But I keep getting pulled to bladder, and I hear Mom, bladder, Mom, bladder. So I think she's very concerned about that. And then all of a sudden I get pulled back to like I'm jumping around like a little bunny everywhere. So she's coming through as bunnies for you, but she's not hanging around you or anybody particularly very long. She's popping around.
Okay, I'm wondering if I'm maybe not letting her in. So since her passing, I have a lot of anxiety and panic attacks a little bit. So I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm scattered brain. Oh. So I'm wondering if maybe that's why.
Could be. Did she have that?
I see you going right by me. You're driving right by me, and I'm like sitting there jumping up and down like, hey, I'm over here. So
maybe like meditation or just, carving out some time in your day where you're just going to, kind of sit and just relax a little bit. And, maybe she comes through then and maybe you feel her a little bit more.
What gives you anxiety attacks?
Thinking about her.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me and my sister, so she died of brain cancer. So when she was going through treatment, I was with her the whole time. Okay. So we were very, very close.
Well, I guess kind of keep an open mind, maybe try and calm things down a little bit, and hopefully she comes through for you, okay? Hey, Cameron, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I appreciate you waiting for so long. And you lost Grandpa when you were 3 years old, right? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. From what I remember, I have very few flash memories of him from when I was little. But when I was little, I have been told that I was very close with him and my grandma, who is still alive today.
So you're just kind of hoping to, that Grandpa comes through, or maybe he's got a message for you or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping.
Kim,
for.
are you feeling Grandpa here?
Okay, yeah. My throat starts getting crappy. I feel toxins going into the back of my throat and into my lungs. So my lungs feel like they're just kind of filling up, and something about either I'm getting pulled into my blood, so either blood's getting thick, there's something going on in my blood, and then it's affecting my heart. That's kind of what I keep feeling. And then I get pulled to, was he in the Army and the Navy or something like that? Because I want to salute almost. So I don't know if he was in something like that, but I feel like I need to salute somebody. So there's that.
I'm not sure if he was in any service, but I do know that he passed away. He had a heart attack. He was a very heavy smoker. He didn't eat very healthy. Okay. He was a very heavy drinker.
Yeah. It makes me want to laugh when you said that. So I think he likes his drinking.
Yeah.
And then I see I see a salute. He's saluting somebody, so I don't know who he's trying to salute because he's not looking down here. It's like he's looking up in the back, so I feel like he's saluting somebody on the other side. Validation. He, okay, hang on here. I feel like I want to go to a gravesite. I want to say hi. And then, he's just funny, lots of laughter all around him, lots of laughter. Yeah. And he had a particular smell. It could be from the cigarette smoke and the alcohol, but I'm going close to him. I'm just ooh, I don't like the smell.
He's listening to you. Real nice.
But Kim, I think when most people call about past loved ones, that they just kind of want to know that they're doing okay, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. There's something about, again, he's saluting somebody. I don't know if somebody's is in the Army here now or in some sort of military branch down here, but he's trying to salute them and honoring them.
And you were really young when he passed away. So some of these things, I would ask your mom, your dad, your grandma, whatever, ask them if they make sense. And then that kind of validates what she says.
All right, Kim. Hey, thanks for calling the show. Hope you have a great morning. I got time for one more this round. It's the other Kim, the not psychic Kim. Good morning, not psychic Kim.
Yes, good morning.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you're planning on building a home, correct?
Yes, we just bought some land, and it's funny because I had talked to Psychic Kim months ago and asked her about a house, and she said no, she didn't see us buying the house, but she did see us building, so she was correct. We are getting going on that process. Yeah.
Okay, so based on that, what's your question for her today?
Yeah, I just, we're just a little nervous about the process because we have to sell our house first, move out, and move in with in-laws for the building process, and I'm just wanting to know if she can tell me, obviously I don't expect a timeline, but will we be happy with everything? Is everything going to go okay? Like, do you see this being like, yep, it's going to be stressful, but hang tight?
All right, Psychic Kim.
Yeah, the stressful part, absolutely. I get a knot in my stomach going on. As soon as the more you start talking about it, I get a knot in my stomach. So that's the anxiety feel, the worry, the stress of everything. Okay. I will be honest, I'm not getting until 2028 where everything feels like you're settled down, like everything's in its right spot, like my house looks gorgeous. That's when you finally feel like you can just sit on the couch and just throw your feet up and relax and take a deep breath.
Well, no,
it's
I think
2028. So the next...
That's reasonable, though. I mean, if they got to sell their home and build a home and then get everything the way they want to, get all the finishing touches, I think 2028 is really reasonable.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm glad, that she's at least seeing that we'll get there. That's just kind of the validation that I wanted and needed. And,
gotcha.
It's scary, but yeah, so that's great.
Head down, get after it. Have a great morning. Friday's live show is going to be crazy. Johnny D's here with two old school mixes. You're going to win free tacos plus $500 up for grabs, and maybe somebody can finally open Kat's Cash Cube and walk away with thousands. So join us live Friday morning starting at 6. In the meantime, get the rest of our favorite moments of Thursday as we cap off the podcast. That time of the season.
Do you like Girl Scout cookies?
They don't have cookies like the Girl Scouts.
Girl Scout cookies!
I got mine delivered to the gym, the worst place to get them delivered, but I guess my shipment, whatever, was the last one that was sitting in their living room. She goes, we have to find you and get it to you. So I got my Caramel Delights, I got my Thin Mints, and then my peanut butter chocolate ones.
They're not called Samoas anymore? They're Caramel Delights?
You can't call them that.
Oh, is that a derogatory term?
I don't know. I learned it yesterday that you can't call it that, or that they don't, that it's just Caramel Delights. So we'll just go with whatever it is.
Sorry to all our Samoan listeners that are offended.
Yes, but, beautiful people. Anyway, so this woman brought up that she's noticing something. And you know what? I've noticed it for the last couple of years.
If you are the parent of a Girl Scout dealer, call me, text me, send me the link. Because they're not outside anymore. They're not hustling like they used to. Those cookies tasted 1,000 times better when they were coming from inside the mall or outside of a Walmart or in front of a grocery store. Specifically on a fold-up table. I haven't seen one fold-up table all season, and I have a problem with that. Because why aren't the girlies hustling? Why aren't they in my face? The Girl Scouts hustle again.
They don't need to. I bet you they're making $1 billion more off online sales.
I think they're thinking smarter, not harder. But I know that my dealer would go door to door and deliver with her cute little wagon that she had.
Did you have her sash on?
She did. And she worked it. But I do know that there are a lot of kids that make the video that's very uncomfortable to watch. Like, hi, I'm Girl Scout troop number 42, and I have Girl Scout. And it's like, no, you need to have some personality. You need to reel us all in. I'm not just going to hand over my $6.
Would you buy more if they had a bigger personality?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I remember the moment, though, that it got new age. I was going to Fleet Farm. It was 3 years ago. And there was a table of 4 Girl Scouts. And you lock eyes and then you're done. And, you can't look away because then you're a jerk. So I locked eyes, and then one of them's like, do you have your Girl Scout cookies for the season? I said, oh, I don't have any cash on me. And she grabbed her mom's phone that had a cube. And I was like, there it is. We're now in the new age of selling Girl Scout cookies. But the fact that they were out there, it was snowing, and they were chilly, but they had their hot cocoa, but they were making memories. I'm like, it's true. There's something about the cookies tasting maybe a little bit better when they're sold by the actual Girl Scout at your door. And the mom isn't doing it, like putting a sheet in your break room at work or spamming your email, Tony. You know, it's like, have them do the work.
So I haven't had a girl in Girl Scouts, so I don't really know this grind, but I know my sister would hit me up with that. Callie's selling Girl Scout cookies. Yeah. You guys want how many dozen?
Oh, it wasn't, do you want to buy some? It's how much would you like to buy?
And I'm like, of course we're going to buy them for my niece. But, you know, the most interesting place I've seen them is at the bar.
Do it.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Like kids can be at a bar doing meat raffles, like walking around.
My wife and I are there having a beer and a pizza.
I don't mind
there's a little girl walking around with it, and she got that little pull behind mom wagon.
Yep.
Full of and she can give them to you on the. So we were at the state hockey tournament, and we were out with a bunch of other parents having some food and drinks, and somebody had Girl Scout cookies there. And next thing you know, they're spread all across our table. And I'm like, they sold 4 boxes of Girl Scout cookies to out-of-town people who were there just to have a good time. And next thing you know, everyone's having a great time.
And I do not mind the ones that sit outside weed dispensaries. How incredibly intelligent is that?
It's the same as putting a soda machine in your break room.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
I was a really bad Girl Scout. I wasn't there for the right reasons. We had like a Christmas gift exchange, and I went and I brought a Barbie, like a pretty expensive Barbie for the girl I had to swap with. And she gave me one of these like dumb little bracelets. That's what I got. And I remember going home and I looked at my mom and I said, I'm never going back to Girl Scouts.
That was it. That was
because I said, you know, if that, like we had a $20 cap, there's no way she spent more than $1. And I'm like, I don't want to be a Girl Scout with someone like that.
So did you do the cookies then, or were you out before the cookies?
No, I was out. I was out. I'm like, I have better things to do with my time if I'm going to be cheated out of a holiday gift.
Would you prefer that they're...
I wasn't there for the right reason.
Going door to door or selling them online with mom's post on Instagram?
So that is what the debate is. Is it safer for them to just do it online with a link?
Much safer, of course.
Or, I mean, you don't send your little Girl Scout door to door without a parent with them. Of course, things are going to be safer. But I would prefer door to door. I like that. I think it's cute. I think it works on their skills of how to speak with somebody.
Unless it's the police, I don't answer my door.
Don't they get a patch for that too? Don't you get a patch for like public service? That's public service. You're bringing us what we need.
Looking at the calendar, what today looks like, tomorrow, the weekend, stuff like that. And I quickly realized that we're 6 days away from a hangover for St. Patrick's Day.
My birthday.
What does somebody get,
wow.
an established broadcast expert like yourself, for a birthday? What are you hoping to get?
I'm going down to get a pedicure.
Okay.
My mom is getting me that. My sister is probably going to get me another Coach purse.
Rough gig.
I know. That's like her love language.
I'm talking to your
Are you just going to get
family.
me a Quick Trip gift card?
I'm going to get you I'm not going to be here. That's what I'm going to get you.
So then you'll have to do it on St. Patty's Day.
That's for St. Patrick.
You're using your trip to Cancun to get out of getting me a birthday gift?
Maybe I'll bring you something back.
This is my 19th birthday with you. It matters. So make it
What would you like?
matter. I like Quick Trip gift cards. I'm a simple gal. I can go get my nitro cold brew.
Does that make you feel less bad when you have a gift card, when you go to the roller, grab a couple of things that are probably going to decrease your lifespan for a while, and then sit at the window and gaze out there by yourself?
Say, this tornado is on, JJ.
That just makes you feel better?
Yeah. It almost has less calories when I don't have to buy
when
it.
you don't have to pay for it.
So yeah, just that. What else do I like? I'm really into like those bowls from like Nautical Bowl.
Nah.
I don't know.
They have gift cards.
Massages. You know, like once again, I'm very easy to please. So use your noggin.
How do you feel about getting so old?
I don't feel old. Actually, this year isn't as bad as 40 was. And 40 wasn't terrible. Every year I feel like I gain confidence. I look gorgeous.
I did notice you're wearing a lot more sweatpants this year.
Hell yeah. I'm going to change that.
You're not going to change that. You're
what
already
if I
in.
do?
You're too far in. You can't go back now.
Athleisure is amazing.
What are you wearing today on the bottom?
Nike.
Just sweatpants?
No, these are Nike leggings.
When do you think you'll ever wear pants again? Like real pants?
Next Friday. That little ratings party.
Oh.
I might wear jeans.
Yeah,
You're not even going
I'm
to
skipping that too. It's Popcorn Lovers Day.
I love popcorn.
I know. That's what I said. It was going to be a great day for you.
I went to the Sportsman Show, and one of my favorite popcorn companies was there. They're normally at like our Cider Fest and stuff, and they have the best flavors. They have loaded baked potato. They have like a ghost pepper one, movie theater popcorn, but it's like it's covered and it's coated differently than any other popcorn. I love it.
My nephew Jack came to watch Nolan in the state hockey tournament, and my brother-in-law Josh gets him this popcorn. Like it had to be 2 gallons of popcorn at one of the games, and this kid is like 48 pounds. And I'm like, I go, how are you going to eat all that? And Josh looks at me and he goes, that kid eats 2 bags of popcorn a day.
Yeah.
Like he comes home from school. The first thing he does off the bus is he throws a bag of popcorn in. And I think he's like 11, right? 12 maybe. But Josh was telling me the story about, did you know that, like, you know, the cellophane wrapper on the popcorn? Mm-hmm. He's like, Jack didn't know the first time he put a bag of popcorn in the microwave. He goes, it worked. Nothing bad happened. I'm not saying nothing bad is going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Because I really, really am encouraging you to take the cellophane wrapper off the bag of popcorn before you put it in the microwave. He said, but he did it and nothing bad happened.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I'm glad your house didn't burn down, because I would assume that would melt or start on fire.
It is one of my favorite snacks. And I have grown up. I have not gone the movie theater butter route anymore. I do the home style, which is like half the calories.
Yeah.
No sodium, really no sodium.
I figure anything Jennifer Aniston is pushing is good for me.
Ooh, I love that.
Bradshaw and Brian.
Now back to the reason station management just had yet another HR webinar.
And so, what is the definition of offensive content? And does this show meet that definition?
Back to the Playhouse with Kat and JJ.
Speaking of that, I'm sitting in a meeting with our owner a couple of days ago, and somebody else that we're kind of doing a joint venture with. And he said something to the tune of, well, yeah, and then we got, Kat and JJ's show. Like to the tune, like they were like, why don't you guys own any religious radio stations?
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, well, it would be a little bit hypocritical because we have Kat and JJ on every morning. And I go, what? You think this is bad?
We have said testicles this morning.
I
Talked
know,
about the C word.
but it could be a lot worse. It's mostly you.
It could be way
it's
worse.
Mostly you.
Yes.
I'll take credit for most of it for the last 15 years, but lately it's been a lot you.
Oh, I got the last 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And so, good morning. Not offensive. Bring your kids.
You
JJ,
can't have a different radio station we have 4 other radio stations that are completely different than ours.
I didn't understand the logic either, and I was a little bit offended.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I didn't do? I didn't pay for anyone's coffee.
Good idea.
Huh?
Let's bring God in here. We need more God in these hallways for sure.
I don't think
we need more Jesus.
You need a lot more Jesus.
Anyway.
Good morning. Right. Were you growing up a bedroom kid or a living room kid? Where you spent the most of your time?
I would say up till the age of 9, I was a bedroom kid. I had a cool bedroom until I was 9. And then, after that, kind of boring. Didn't have a TV in my room. I had one of those amazing boom boxes with the 8 CD disc change. That changed my life.
Spoiled kids.
It was just kind of like a place to lay your head. But when I saw one of my friends post on Facebook, were you a bedroom kid or a living room kid? I stopped to pause. I'm like, I was definitely a living room kid because we had a TV, we had a great couch. We'd always want the long side. Like when you got off the bus, the first person to yell long side.
Like a chase?
Yeah, it was, you could just relax, spread your legs out. And
I was a basement kid.
Okay.
My parents built a split level, and the basement didn't get finished until many, many years later. But so it was all, concrete floor. The insulation
rollerblades on.
We would do that. But then it was the insulation with the plastic on it, right?
Yeah.
Before we sheetrocked it and finished it off. But one of the first things my dad did is we got a pool table down there. So my friends and I were always playing pool down there. And then we had a small TV with the Nintendo. But this is the way my parents were like, let's spoil these children. They got a chunk of carpet remnant. And we had to sit on that, on the concrete.
What?
Until one of my other friends, he stole his sister's beanbag and rode it over on his bicycle.
Yeah.
And then that's what we'd have. So we'd fight over the beanbag while we were playing Nintendo. So I was really a basement kid because it gave some separation from your parents, and it was just our spot.
Okay. I'd love Amy to call in, and then the other Amy and Hadessa. They all are weighing in on texting. I'd love to chat with you about where you hung out in your house. Were you a bedroom kid? Were you a living room kid?
Melinda, where were you? Living room or bedroom?
Neither. I was a roof kid.
You'd hang out on your rooftop.
This big tree. There's a big tree next to the house. I would climb up there, and the best times reading books, and later as I got older, maybe smoking weed. But great memories.
That is so cute. That's very like 90s. What is that one movie with Christina Ricci, and then they're young and then they grow older?
The Traveling Pants?
No, It's a different one, but it was, and they'd hang out on their rooftop and they'd talk about like life's. Now and Then.
Oh, okay.
It was my favorite movie.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yeah.
Is that with Rosie O'Donnell?
I do remember that.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell's in it.
Didn't they have a tree house though?
They did, but they hung out on top of the Blonde's roof, and they would just sit there and they'd cry about.
This is also a big thing in Ozarks. Where the chick that lived in the trailer, the really mean girl, they would always sit up on the roof and the dude would read the book and everything like that. But that's crazy to think that. Now, did Mom and Dad know you were up there, or was this just all on you?
Yeah, of course they did. I mean, different times.
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
Completely different times.
Amy, were you a rooftop kid now? We're going to add that to the list. Or were you a bedroom kid or a living room kid?
I was a bedroom kid, actually later in my teens, because I had a nice bedroom and I had a TV and a little one. And I had a window that I could sneak out of.
Oh, there it is.
You were that
hard
rebellious.
To sneak out the living room window usually.
So you had kind of an oasis. You liked your bedroom.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
I did.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the vibe that's getting put out there. But the sneak out thing, that's a good one. I like that. Thanks, Amy. Have a good morning.
Yeah. Thank you, too.
Take care.
I never snuck out. I could have, but
You
my
probably
sister
didn't
had
have
a
to.
cooler room than I did. I always tried to find my way to her room. She had a TV in her room.
There was zero chance I was sneaking out of the fortress my father had built.
Really?
Like, it was not going to happen.
You couldn't do it?
No, there was no way.
You didn't have it. It was so long ago. Did you have a security system?
No, it was my father was the security system. I was genuinely afraid that there was going to be some booby traps out there, or all of a sudden I was going to step out the window and there was going to be a Claymore mine or something like that. Like it was.
You really lived in fear.
It was just easy to understand that there was that rule, and that rule was going to be adhered by. Now, I'm not saying I never came home late every once in a while, but when I did, I knew there was going to be a punishment. I would weigh my options. Do I want to stay out later, an hour with my friends and not call my parents and get punished, or do I hurry my ass up and get in there?
Oh.
And sometimes you weigh your options and you go with the one that's probably going to be less violent.
Pretty torn. Were you a bedroom kid or a living room kid or a roof kid? Where did you spend your most time when you were young?
Good morning and welcome to our little show. It's Kat and JJ. How we feeling?
I am feeling sore. How are you?
So, sore in a good way? Like workout sore?
Yeah. She's doing it. She's on day 8. Like it's a big deal.
Hey, listen, every day is a good day. If you're moving your body, you're building a little strength, bone density, getting your heart up, you're good.
I'm more proud of myself on the days when I just want to lay in bed. And then I'm like, nope. And I keep my car driving. And then I go and I walk and I watch my show. And then,
60-year-old you is going to be happy.
Yeah. And nice advice of telling a child, hey, can I work in? They didn't know what that meant. So I had to over explain it. So it wasn't
who's at the gym and doesn't know what can I work in?
A 12-year-old.
You should just be bullying them out of there anyways.
So I thought I was all cool. I was like, hey, and it was Jackson again. Hey, Jackson, can I work in? And he frowed his brow. I was like, what? And then I had to overly explain it. When you're walking around for 10 minutes, can I get on that machine?
Yeah. You have a problem with that?
No. And then he was like, sure. And then he walked around. But I'm like, it is literally the rudest thing to do. Just get your reps out of the way. I don't know why you need 10 minutes downtime between 10 pull downs.
I can't tell you how many times I've taken people's phones, water bottles, and stuff off benches or something like that. I'm just like, if you're not going to be working here, man.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's never been a social club. Like, even when I was younger, like, I just want to get in, get out. You know what I mean? And a lot of people hang out or they want to watch booties or whatever the deal is. But I'm like, I just...
That's so cool. Go sit on a yoga mat and do that. That's totally fine with me. But don't sit on the bench or claim the bench and then go visit with your friends. But I thought I'd use your lingo, your gym lingo.
It does work. You're just dealing with a knucklehead.
I guess.
I walk into baseball practice last night, and 2 kids immediately looked at me and went, "Hey, JJ," and then they go, "Oh." They're like,
Did they really? Did I just set a trend?
I go, what are you doing? And I'd forgotten that this was such a big part of our show yesterday. And they're both going, and I said,
that makes my day.
And I went, oh, you guys are listening to the show. And they said, is that really how she laughs? Does she really go? And I said, well, once yesterday it happened. I said, but she's turning into her mother a little bit more every day.
I don't think I've ever laughed like that, or else you wouldn't have capitalized on it. And laughed so hard every single time.
It was giggle worthy.
So an Irish woman won around $30,000 in a lawsuit after her English boss would not stop calling her a potato in a derogatory way.
Potato.
What would even call for that?
This is so ridiculous.
Was she short and round? Like, did she kind of look like a potato?
Just because she's Irish. Now imagine if there was just a real... full-blooded, just got off the boat Irish person that started working here.
Yeah.
And every time you went past their cubicle, you were like, potatoes.
I mean, that would get old real quick. And read the room. If she's getting upset about it, don't do it every day. I know people like this, and it's like, you're annoying, but it's going to cost them $30,000. So
it's only $30,000?
Only $30,000.
I'd keep it up.
But the judge was like, this is racially offensive and humiliating. So can you imagine that?
Is there any one word that somebody could walk by and say to you every day that would make you sue them?
One word? Yeah, probably the C word.
Oh, okay.
If they just looked at me
That's
and
reasonable.
called me the C word, that one I can't quite get over.
Cucumber.
It really, I swear a lot, but that one gets me,
Hits you
if
in the
I
feels?
hear it, it hurts my body. I'm like, what? Who said that and to who?